Good morning. Welcome to Full Circle Ozarks.
Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Full Circle Ozarks. You know, I walked out this morning and I was trying to figure out what I was going to do today. I know there's a few things I need to try to get accomplished, but they're calling for a 60% chance of rain. We got some pretty heavy storms that's coming in, and maybe even a little bit of hail here in a moment. So I think this is going to be a good day to go ahead and just work inside the shop. As you can see, the rain is already coming down the truck a little bit. Things are pretty wet there. So I think we'll just go into the shop and figure out a couple of things to do in there. Let me just bring you along. I think you're gonna like it. Yeah, after being outside for a few minutes, I definitely can see where it's going to be a good day to work in the shop. So I think that's what we're going to do. I had a little bit of issue with my my John Deere Gator. I have the XUV 590I Gator, and the Gator has served me well. It's a 2016, but the issue has been the rear shocks. So I had ordered some last month, and they came in, and I think I'm going to just spend the day putting these shocks on. Let me show you what I'm talking about on the issue. The issue has been the rear shocks. Hopefully you can see this. I'll give you a close-up, but it seeps and it's leaking. You can see the residue there from the leaking oil, and it's on both sides. That's been leaking like that for a while on both of the shocks. Matter of fact, my brother and I had bought Gators just alike back in 2016, and he got notification about several months after he bought it that there was a recall on the shocks because they had problems with it. Now this is back in 2017, so it's been a while. But anyway, he got his shocks replaced under warranty. Mine wasn't leaking at the time. I kind of monitored them, and then now here we are in 2026, and so that's about 10 years later. Those shocks finally has given out, and I just don't have the ride that I need. And it's common for us to throw a lot of wood back here, and so the shocks are bottoming out. So it's definitely time to get them replaced. So that's what we're going to do today. When I started looking for shocks to replace, I went to my local John Deere dealer where I bought the Gator and all, and I was shocked. I'll say it that way. But no, truly, the price that I found for the original equipment at John Deere was really, really expensive. I just chose, I didn't want to go back with OEM mainly because of the price. Again, this is a 2016 model now, so 2016, 2026. So you can see the Gator is a few years old now. But so I started looking at some aftermarket shocks, and I came up with something called a monster shock. Called Monster Performance, Monster Warranty, and these are specifically for the John Deere Gator. You can get them for the rear and the front. So these are for the rear right now. So let me show you what we're going to be putting on. So here's the shock from Monster. It has some unique adjusting capabilities on it. You can see right here, this is actually a threaded rod here. So there's quite a bit of adjustment right here. If we need to add more preload, make them a little bit stiffer. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to see about getting these shocks installed. So hopefully it's all going to go well. You don't have to take the tires off of the Gator to install the shock, but I'm probably going to take it off just so I can give you a little bit better video content of what it takes to replace these shocks. So hope you enjoy the video. One of the first things I'm going to do, I'm just going to jack the entire rear end of the Gator up, get the tires off the ground just a little bit, and what that will do, that will relieve some of the tension on the shock. So when I take the bolts out, it should make it easier. We'll try to put this jack right here in the center. Okay, we've got her jacked up good. What I want to do, I want to start on this side here, and ended up getting the jack all centered a little bit. So this tire is off the ground. This one here is just barely touching the ground, or the shop floor anyway. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take that tire off. Actually, before I do that, let's get around there and see if it's going to really be necessary for me to take that tire off. Well, folks, I decided not to take the tire off. I think I can get to these. If I can get the impact on it there. Well, folks, I just discovered something. I need to go back to my original plan. These tires have to come off. That bottom shock bolt appears to be about that long, about 6 inches or so. And to be able to get to that, I'm just going to take the tire off. So that shouldn't take just a moment. We got her out. I hear a big kaboom outside, folks. I think I'm glad I'm working inside today. Yeah, the rain's made it. Can you hear that thunder in the background? Folks, I went ahead and added me a jack right here underneath, and to pick this up just a little bit so I can fine tune it before I knock this bolt out. So let's see if it's loose yet. Yeah, that's what I was hoping to see there. Okay, folks, we got it off. Let's take a moment to do a little bit of comparison between the old and the new. Naturally, you can see the old there. That looks to be just right on target. I don't see any issues. We're going to put it on. Okay, the moment of truth, folks. Number one, we're going to make sure that bolt fits, and it does. We'll get the top started first, hopefully. Okay, folks, what I had to do, I put another little jack right here under the shock to compress it, maybe a quarter of an inch. And we got that in. Well, this side come out a whole lot easier. One thing that I will point out, the website says that these adjusting tools are not in the box. They may have made a change after shipping. These are used to adjust the preload on the shocks. So each box had one of these tools. So just thought I'd let you know. Again, these are monster shocks. I'll try to leave a link down below so you'll be able to look at it in the description in case you need any. Well, folks, I don't know if you can hear it outside, but it's still raining, so I don't think I want to take it out and see if it rides any better in the rain. I'm going to wait a little while, but just want to say thanks again for watching our videos. It means the world to us, and I'm hoping the next video, I'm going to get back down to the sawmill. I've got quite a few more logs that need to get milled up. So thank you for watching. Take care. God bless, and I'll see you again on the next Full Circle Ozarks. Bye-bye. Yep, this is a good day to work inside the shop.